Hi guys, my name is Kinga and I am an email marketing strategist, mainly working with seven-figure brands. And I'm here to talk about the way you can engage with your subscribers in a very meaningful way, collect zero-party data, and gain some really valuable information. Whether you want to test a new product or new packaging, or you simply want to entertain your subscribers and go beyond just sending regular email campaigns where you just talk about products and sales, you can create surveys in two different ways. I want to show you today how you can engage with people in a meaningful way and entertain them and gather some data out of it. So today's video is going to be a little longer as I want to go through three-step process how I create a survey first in ChatGPT and then I set it up in a Typeform, and alternatively I can set it up also in Klaviyo. So I hope you will like it and I hope you will learn something from it. Before I go into the details, please comment, share so I can get a bigger reach, help the algorithm here, and subscribe so you will be notified every time I release a video. All right, let's go. We're going to start with ChatGPT. Obviously, it's the easiest form right now to generate drafts on any type of copywriting materials we want. And because I created a GPT bot for myself, it is easier for me to create any type of content related to my company. I am going to release another video about how I generate the GPT bot, but basically this bot here, let me just give you a really quick preview, has all the information about my company. As you can see, it's loaded with my target audience, my avatar, psychographics, tone of voice, buyer persona, all kinds of additional information. Plus, it has a very specific prompt. And because I have all of this here, it is much easier for me to design any type of documents I need for my company. All right, today we are going to start with something very simple. I obviously already created this to save on time. I asked ChatGPT to help me create copy for a 4-question survey. Now, one of my prerequisites was that I want the first question to be an image, basically 2 images where we are asking them either to choose between one, and there is a specific reason for it. So let me just show you how the survey is built. And because I'm using, actually no, I've used the Marketing Maestro here, my GPT bot, to create the copy, which gave me, and again, this is just a sample, a test, so nothing really that I'm going to be using, but to give you an idea of what I'm doing. So I've created the copy. I asked for several different variations, and then I wanted to generate some images for it. For the images, we went with alternative 5, which image best represents your biggest challenge in email marketing. And option 1 was time management. And option 2 was a creative challenge. So with this, I wanted to create some images, really something just experimenting with GPT 4.0. And so I went to GPT, I don't know if you say 4.0 or 4.40, and I basically asked to create these 2 images, and we came up with something like this. So for this video, we stick with it. All right, we have a survey and we have 2 images. The next part is we are going to create the survey in Typeform. I choose Typeform because it has a direct integration with Klaviyo. And when we're working with clients and we're building much more robust surveys where we also want to send out a follow-up via email, this is what works the best for us. Here in this example, I am using a free version of Typeform, which is available obviously to everyone. It's just a very limited amount of responses, but this will work for this example. Typeform is already integrated with Klaviyo. What it means by it, that it's able to pass on the information between Klaviyo and Typeform. Okay, so my simple survey looks like this. I have 5 questions. The last one is email. And the reason I ask for email, because with the integration, if I would like to give a discount, then everyone who went through the survey will be able to get a follow-up email with their discount. But in this example here, I just want to demonstrate 4 questions. And my first question, and this is really important, the first question, we are using 2 images. But it's important that this particular question has to be first, right? I'm just using these two images, asking what's their biggest challenge, and I would like them to basically click and let me know which one represents their biggest challenge. And then obviously some follow-up questions with choice of responses and just something really quick. And the last one is an email. Now, my survey is built, and then once we have this built, we need to publish, and then we want to share it. I believe this has been already published, so that's why we don't see it here. If I would make any updates, every time I have to republish the survey. Okay, so the survey is built, it's been published, we have a Typeform integration, and then the next thing is we have a choice. We can either go to our email and just simply ask people to fill in our survey and give them a link to the survey, or we could go one step more where we can actually present that survey in much more interesting way to them and embed this first question into our email. So let me show you how to do this. We're going right here. And this is going to basically be what we can insert into our email. So I am going to embed in an email and then start embedding. It's very simple. I'm just going to copy the code. And now, well, let's go to by email. I've already prepared an email here for us, so it's easy and faster. And let's say I would like to insert my survey right here. So I am going to select text and insert this text block in here. And then I'm going to change this into the code. And so we will enter the code here. And basically, this is it. And then switch it. And here is our survey. And is this much better and much more interesting than just simply putting some text and adding a button asking them to click? Now this survey, obviously it is going to take them to Typeform. However, I think it's a much more engaging way, and definitely, because I've tested, you are going to get more responses by inserting these images into your email versus just putting a blank button taking them to Typeform. Let's quickly see how this will look. And there we go. Pretty cool, right? Okay. All right, now that we have one example, let me show you another example how we can do it by building the survey within Klaviyo and using property links. So the way to do it is we are going to insert a table, and I am going to do 2 rows because I want to add buttons here, not only images. So the way to do it is the content is going to be all images. Okay, so the first one is going to be our creativity. And then the second is going to be our time management. Let's just make these 2 text for now. And I am going to insert creativity for this one. Let me center it and make it a little bigger. And this one is going to be time management, center, bigger, 20. Okay, now let's just also fix the padding so it looks a little better. I'm going to do 9 here as well. So everything has got some separations. And now we're asking them to click whichever image represents them. Now, what's important here is that we are going to track these images. So let me click on this one first again. And now short description. So let me just add creativity here. And on this one, I'm gonna put time management. And now we are going to insert the the links for each one. And I have these links already here. Sometimes they get a little tricky with these little characters right here. So let's just copy and paste them into here. As you can see, these links have property links inserted into them, based on which we will be able to build our segments. So let me just copy this one. And as for this one, so basically each link has property information now for each profile. So every person that clicks that link, that profile data information will be entered into a customer profile. And then based on that, we will be able to also create segments and figure out who clicked, whether on the creativity, on time management. Now, ideally, we could also add the link in here. Let me just start with this one. And then let's go here and let's pull this one up. And here. You won't be able to test these buttons until they are sent out live. So you really need to make sure that this is correct or send a test, live test. However, at this point, Klaviyo really made it easier. And when we preview it, if there is an error, you will get a notification right here. And if there's no error, everything looks like this. Here we can see an example of our two surveys. This one is from Typeform, and this could be much longer, where we carry on with some additional questions. And this one is just a simple yes or no, or whichever you are. And this is going to help you build segments. And then the way we do the segment, it won't show right now because nobody has entered these properties yet. But when we go to our segment, you will be able to pull this information based on property about someone. It's just like creating with source, for example, and this is going to give us choices how this customer subscribed. This is going to be the same logic here. As I said, until someone actually goes through this, these properties won't show. So it will be difficult. You have to wait for this to be sent out, and then afterwards you'll be able to create this segment. Alternatively, you can actually go to the profile and enter this property. So you will be able to create the segments. The way to do this, you go in here and then add custom property. And in this case, it would be a problem. It just needs to be spelled out exactly how we have in our button. And here we would add creativity. And now add this profile. And now when I'm going to go to create my segment, which would be problem, equals creativity. That's how you can prepare yourself, or you can just wait until someone goes through it and these properties will show here. When we are setting this up, what's important to mention that obviously for this example here, I didn't prepare a landing page, but you really have to have a more meaningful way of redirecting them. When they click on it, you ideally would like them to go somewhere, maybe to a page where you say thank you for submitting your response. Otherwise, you're leaving them a little bit confused. It's important that this leads somewhere where there's either a follow-up or just a simple thank you, acknowledging that they took part in your survey. If you are willing to give them a discount for the response, then you will be able to obviously create a segment and then follow up with an email with a discount code. In case of this first survey, you will be able to follow up with them also because of the Typeform integration. Now, in regards to just Typeform and the integration and how to create a flow, I will be doing another video. But for now, I hope you learned something here, and I hope this gives you some ideas how to engage with your subscribers. We've done many surveys like that where we doing for new product launches, or when we want to ask about packaging or any type of questions where we want to gain some more insights from our customers. I hope you like this. I hope you find this interesting. And again, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.